residence and wanted to make sure she was okay. Fort Worth police officers arrived at the home at around 2:25 a.m. and after seeing the front door open, walked around the perimeter of the residence. While doing so, officers saw a person inside standing near a window. Perceiving a threat, the officer drew his weapon and fired one shot, striking the person inside the residence. That person was a Tatiana Jefferson. After firing, officers entered the home and began aid, but she was pronounced dead at the scene. Police have released the body camera footage of the shooting, but at no point in the released video do the men clearly identify themselves as police officers. Jefferson's shooting, which is the 7th Fort Worth police shooting involving a civilian since June 1st, has left the area's black residents angered and confused. I will say this again for all of you sitting in the back row. A Tatiana Jefferson's neighbor asked police to check on her open door. A responding Fort Worth officer fatally shot her through her window. Finally, California Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill Friday that will end the use of private prisons and privately run immigration detention facilities. Under the new law, California will phase out the use of for-profit private detention facilities by 2028. The state will be prohibited from renewing contracts or signing any new contracts with a private prison company after January 1st. During my inaugural address, I vowed to end private prisons because they contribute to over-incarceration, said Newsom. California currently has 4 contracts with for-profit private prison companies for criminal detention and 4 civil detention centers operated by private companies in the state. In one of the immigration detention centers, the Adelanto ICE Processing Center operated by the GEO Group, a Department of Homeland Security watchdog found during a 2018 surprise visit that there were delayed medical care for the detainees, unsanitary conditions in the bathrooms, and food service issues. A DHS Inspector General report in 2018 also laid out concerns about nooses, y'all, found hanging in cells and misuse of solitary confinement at the Adelanto facility as well. For more info about Eric, Richard, myself, and any upcoming events, please visit our webpage, tfmradioshow.com. You know, I'm so tired. You can also find us all over social media. Be sure to go and like our Facebook page, The Family Meeting. Follow us on Twitter at TFM Radio Show, on Instagram, The Family Meeting. And you can also subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Family Meeting Radio Show, where you can see us live streaming this broadcast right now. Thank you to all of you who show us love each and every week. We so appreciate you. Are you looking to advertise your business, an event you have coming up? Well, then become a cousin today. Send an email to info@tfmradioshow.com. I'm Teresa McDonald, and this has been your highlights for Sunday, October the 13th. I'm tired, y'all. The Family Meeting Radio Show starts right now with your host, Eric Grant.
A 2016 study estimates that 13.1 million Americans were victims of identity theft that year. Fight back against identity theft by signing up for Identity Guard. Identity Guard monitors your credit and identity information with alerts that can help you respond quickly if certain changes indicating fraudulent activity are detected, as well as help protect your computer from viruses, keylogging, and other serious threats. Plus, with Identity Guard's dynamic credit management resources and tools, you will have helpful information as you make better financial and credit decisions. Identity Guard includes $1 million identity theft insurance and lost wallet protection, and more if you ever do become a victim. Protect your ID by visiting lookaftermyid.com. That's lookaftermyid.com to securely sign up for Identity Guard today.
Make a smart financial move for retirement. Make your retirement money into an IRA. Schedule income. Support your dream. Explore investment options. Gain full control over your money. Give the money a chance for additional tax-deferred growth. How do you start? Call Polaris Wealth Management, the resource for IRA rollovers. Call 312-951 2606 or email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. Polaris Wealth Management is the resource for IRA rollovers. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. We help new retirees plan to protect their money. Securities offered through Line Street Financial LLC. Member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Line Street Advisors LLC. Polaris Wealth Management and Line Street are not affiliated.
Kathy Gwynester, pleasedomylaundry.com, and The Laundry Bag Incorporated. I listen to the family meeting.
Hi, this is Tommy Nelson. Visit me at A Custom Cabinet Design, Facebook.com. I listen to the family meeting.
Yeah, y'all. Welcome to the raggedy ass rust bucket that is the family meeting's worldwide headquarters. Yeah, once again, we don't have cameras, y'all, so y'all get a photo gallery.
I almost got excited. I saw the off live logo. I'm like, oh, okay, well maybe we up to date.
No, they didn't fix the camera. I guess there's construction going on or something. Whatever. Hey, it's family meeting time, y'all. I'm your boy E in the space shuttle cockpit. I think Devin's here. I saw Paul, and yeah, they're both here. Hey guys, what's happening, y'all? Tressa, thanks for the real news.
You're welcome.
In the only way you know how to do it.
Yeah, I was a little tired today. It was a little slow. It was a little slow today.
With your drunk ass on person. Black Asian dude is here. Richard Chu, what's up, man?
Hey, man.
Hey, Richard.
Hey, y'all. I got lots to say about what Eric just said, but
yeah,
I'll keep it in the fair way.
Like us on social media. We're all over it, y'all. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But be sure to visit our webpage, tfmradioshow.com. Make sure you enter your email address right there in the middle of the family, right in the middle of the page, and join the family. You'll also find our archived broadcasts and our often requested music playlist. But most importantly, the live feed of the broadcast. It's not video today, it's feed. The broadcast is there right now. Go to tfmradioshow.com to see us there. tfmradioshow.com. The family meeting is sponsored by Identity Guard. Take the time to protect your ID for as little as $6 per month. That's how many quarters, y'all?
125.
There you go. $6 a month will do that for you. Go to lookaftermyid.com to learn more. And the lines fill quickly. You can participate in the conversation today by calling 773-763-9278. I'll give it again later, 773-763-9278. Hey, y'all, we're just coming off of a visit to Howard University's homecoming in Washington, D.C.
Yeah, and both of you is real tired. Real tired.
Wait, you talking about me?
Because you asked the question, how many quarters is that? What did Richard say?
I don't know. He
said 100. Thank you, Tim.
I'm so wrong. I'm so wrong.
I'm like, I want that $6.
Okay. Yeah, I made a mistake.
I want that $6.
He's got a good excuse. You had a good excuse. We're tired, man. From hanging out stuff. We didn't even go hard, either. We just didn't go hard.
You know what?
Getting old, man.
I don't know. I'm not even going to say we didn't go hard. We just didn't go hard late. Like Tiff said. We went hard.
We didn't go crazy.
It just wasn't late.
Yeah.
Because Father Time is undefeated.
Father Time is a you know what. But I will say that my wife and I did close a bar. We're out till 2:45 DC time.
Man. With her drunk ass.
Yes. We all were a little smashed.
I have been drinking since 5 o'clock.
You sent me a text that said, "Rich, where are you? We're 5 drinks in."
Yeah.
And I showed the text to Ann.
She was 5 deep.
Oh,
five
my
deep at
God.
that point, yeah.
They're 5. I'm thinking it was the 3 of you.
Tiff giving me the head fake. I'm buying drinks. Tiff passing the drinks off.
Is she taking a sip of hers and
No.
passing it to you?
She was passing them off.
Man.
I'm like, Tiff.
Yeah, I finished off her last
walked
one.
away with your drink.
And I was trying not to drink much either.
The lighting inside was as club lighting should be, not that great. But when we got outside on the street, when we were leaving, the 3 of you, I saw something I'd never seen before. Red eyes. Bloodshot eyes on my riding crew.
Listen, I'm not even going to fake the funk. I was toe up.
You were. And y'all were both a little slurry.
I had to thank DJ Bubbles for that because Bubbles met up with us. Bubbles was buying drinks left and right.
Yeah, my man
and Bubbles wasn't even drinking.
Right.
Yeah, right.
He had to go to work the next
Well,
morning.
that's what happens with a person that's not drinking, as it were for me. I got drinks and didn't,
I want to tell y'all though, and I know I got several classmates that are listening right now, so I love my classmates and all my fellow alum as well. And that's the best part of homecoming is seeing all these beautiful people who I share such special memories with. Special shout out to my man Scott Thomas. He listens to the show regularly. My girl Kelly and CJ Stewart from Atlanta, and my girl Jenny Ross. She runs a charter school in Washington that's under threat. The city wants to shut it down because I'll be damned, they're educating children.
Well,
you can't have that.
Can't have that.
No. Educating black children, we can't have that.
What did I say? Tell her to start a fight or something. Then get the heat off.
Yeah, or something like that.
Because that's what they think that we do. We're good for anyway.
It's fighting and causing a ruckus.
Yeah, but great to see people. When we had people in the room, I don't know if y'all realize it, but when we were in Brookston, one of the ladies who walked in who I hugged, she's a judge in Miami, and she was wilding out. You're running into those people, and when they get amongst us, you're not a judge anymore. You Kelly tonight.
And
Kelly.
To something that you said when you were on WGN a few weeks ago before the Chicago Classic, the thing that's great about being at an HBCU school or an event is you don't have to carry that damn burden around of being black. I'm paraphrasing what you said.
Carrying the burden of having to make everybody comfortable with your presence.
Even a
judge. It was just a Bison love fest.
Yeah.
Even if you aren't a Bison like myself.
And me.
You're just accepted. You're a Bison by proxy.
Yeah.
And they just accept you into the family. And that's almost as good as being a Bison.
Here's the thing, what's cool, Tressa, don't you feel this? They think you are, because you have the humbleness to show up at a Bison event. Yeah. So the fact that you're there, you're roped in. It's the coolest feeling.
But it's not just that. It's to just watch it.
Just say it.
To just watch it and take it in. It was just beautiful this weekend.
Happy to see each other.
It was just beautiful.
It was a wonderful, as I said this a couple times, it's a wonderful box of chocolate.
It was just beautiful. It
That's
really
what
was.
It was cool.
The game was great.
Not so much.
The first half
was like, okay, we're going to be in this thing.
Norfolk State was off a bit in there, though.
Yeah, they was in. Well, it's Howard's homecoming. They wanted to come. Anytime it's homecoming, the opposing team shows up.
Yeah. And even Bowie State showed some love. Bowie State was there on campus.
Yeah, they had their homecoming.
Morgan State was on campus.
Well, as the shirt says, I saw a number of folks wearing the shirt. It's the Mecca.
It is the Mecca.
And that speaks to why the draw. I mean, I said to Ann that because she said, "Wow, there's a lot of people from Norfolk State here." I said, "Well, it's a 3.5-4 hour drive with traffic, so it's an easy run." But a lot of people who went to Norfolk State are from the D.C. metropolitan area, and on top of that, it's Howard.
Yeah.
So coming to Howard, irrespective of which HBCU you went to, is a thrill.
Yeah, I don't regret.
And yes, we're talking over you because
I don't regret
we were the visitors
going
to this.
I don't regret going to my school of choice, who shall remain nameless today because it's Howard's day.
You could do that.
I don't regret it. I don't regret it. But I do regret that I did get that experience.
I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah.
I love that I went to Pepperdine. Very proud of it.
There
I'm
you
a very
go.
strong
There you
alumni
go.
supporter. Great school, great people. And
Tiffany.
I have really good peripheral, Tiffany, so don't think I don't see you.
I'm talking about mine.
She talking about her.
I'm
alma
sorry.
mater.
I thought you were talking about Pep.
The voice you hear off the microphone is my lovely wife.
The Tiff. But no, that's exactly right. Tressa.
Tiff was the anchor this weekend.
Yeah, she kept this.
Tiff kept a lot of stuff from going off the rails.
I was gonna say Tiff kept us in the fairway.
Yes, she
every time we hit
did.
something in the rush, like, nah, just put it back over here.
I would always look north, and if I saw
North
Tiff, I was
Star.
good.
There's your North Star. I know.
I looked north, and I saw
I
Tiff, I
oriented
was
her
good.
years ago. She's been marinated over the years. So she understands.
She said to Ann, I forgot
But that's the
exact
thing, though. You
word.
can't plan. You just go
You
where
just go. You just go
people
wherever
are.
people are.
What's the schedule for today? Nothing. We're
Yeah.
just going to do everything.
Yeah.
No,
And
I
thank
just
you
feel-
for taking me to Ben's next door. I didn't know the history.
Yeah.
I didn't know about Ben's, so thank you for
Ben's
that.
is so cool. Eric showed it out to me a few years ago, and when Ann and I went,
So it's the restaurant next to Ben's Chili Bowl in Washington.
yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a great experience. It was a lot, just ton of fun. And to Tressa's point, it may not happen to you, Eric, because you are an alum, but for someone like me or Tressa, you do just You look around and you take it all in, and it's a special feeling. Not to say that you don't still do that, that you're jaded at all. I'm not saying that, but it is a special, special, special feeling.
That's my people, boy. I love my classmates, that's for sure. Anytime I see them, I'm very, very happy to see them. They're like family.
And it's neat to see. I have to say this to you, and I know you're moving forward. It's great to see. Ann said this. It's great to see you as a Howard alum in that element. It's great to see you just kind of, you know what I'm saying?
Woosah.
Yeah. How Eric was just like, yeah, home. These are my people. This is me. And it was really, Ann said it best. She said Eric is just in his element.
Yeah, he was in his element.
Yeah, it's a shared experience. I told my kids about that. It's like, the best thing about what you'll be doing in college, and they're all going to HBCUs, is that it'll be a shared experience that you'll carry for the rest of your lives, and you guys will identify with and love each other forever, like family.
Yeah.
And that's how we are. We look out for each other. We had, a couple years ago, when Hampton came to town, we were talking to my girl Wendy, the bouncer, about our girl Toya. Toya's from Chicago. Toya had, I think it was cervical cancer. And so everybody kind of descended on Toya, and they ran shift to take care of her and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like you would family.
Just like you do,
Just like you do family,
Jane down the street.
She ended up passing, and then they arranged for the funeral. She had the funeral on Howard's campus at the chapel. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, not the death thing, of course, but
no, the life, the celebration.
That's what we do, though. And so we get together once a year. We talk about who's not there. I had a couple of classmates that I won't mention who are not well now. We just wanted to make sure they got there this year because they're not sure they'll be there next year. So that's Howard's homecoming. It's over now, so we are in recovery mode. We're in the recovery room, the proverbial recovery room.
They're letting everybody come in and check on you. Now you're in the recovery room.
Goodness.
Surgery went well.
Like Ray Charles said, come see about me.
Yeah.
No, that picture with James Brown, that accurately describes a Howard homecoming.
Yep, so you can come. You don't have to be a Howard alum to come. You come on out there. We take over Washington, D.C. It ain't been the same since. What always amazes me is while I'm gone typically,
Something happens.
some old crazy news going on.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on.
Something out of the ordinary crazy. Like, oh, that now? Maybe it just seems
Now
that way because
this.
I'm not watching it on a
that's
constant
probably
hum.
it. You're not watching.
But your boy, of course, pulled troops out of Syria. And there weren't many there. There were thousands.
Maybe 1,000, yeah.
Like that. So they wasn't doing no heavy-duty fighting, but I guess they were buttressing the Kurds who were fighting and who had imprisoned a lot of the ISIS fighters. So your boy decides to pull out. Now, this is what's being reported, that he had a conversation with the president of Turkey,
Erdogan.
who had a conversation with Putin. So can you see this? Do I need to translate? Putin said, hey, man, tell your boy to get his boys out of my way.
Or I'm going to
show you the PP tape.
Right. and Erdogan, I'm going to show it to you first so you can go back and
Tell
run
him I
me
get
some
the
cover.
PP tape. I'm going to put it out there if he don't get his boys out. So your boy, he twists his wig around the right way.
Stayed out of the wind.
And hustles to get the troops out. And just so what you're basically doing, you're seeing pictures now of people being murdered in the streets.
In the streets.
And they're setting, apparently there's being reported that the imprisoned ISIS fighters.
Setting them free.
Yeah.
They're setting them free.
Right. So he's basically reinvigorating ISIS. And now I see a report that the president of Syria, whatever that boy name is, big old long neck dude, he's sending his troops up in the area. So now they're occupying the area that we've had people in this country fight for and secure and die for.
Yeah.
And he gave it back.
Yeah.
For nothing.
Exactly.
Except not to see the PP tape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing that kind of
Bashar Assad.
yeah. So what gets me about that is there's maybe analogy is the wrong word. We're watching this go on, and you're having people tell you that what you see ain't going on.
Oh my God!
Right? I heard one of them on the news this morning for the brief moment I was awake. Talk about well, that's just liberals. So that's the same thing that happens to black folks when we say, "Hey, man, that's racism." Oh, you're just playing the race card.
Or you just been triggered. That's the new word is.
Triggered.
I'm looking at it.
Shook.
Yeah.
Triggered and shook. Yeah.
No, my
No,
eyes
they
are
posted
good.
a picture of a little boy lying dead in the street after a blast.
Your
And
boy, that's
I was
his
just
fault.
Like,
It is.
I can't
There's
with
no-
this.
That's his fault.
I
can't with this.
any of
The line they're going to now is that they've been warring for centuries, so this is not anything new. Nah, not like this, partner. Don't try to tell me what that I can't see what I see.
Yep.
Don't do that. Because now I'm mad.
And this is how
I can have a discussion with you before that, but if you tell me I don't see what I see, now we got to fight.
Right.
Yeah, but the long-term ramifications of this action, this is going to resonate forever.
Well, it's right. I mean, it's
Well.
that and right now, but I know we got to go to break.
Yeah.
Music.
Forever.
Music.
Yeah. So the number's 773-763-9278. We might actually talk about that today, y'all. Stay tuned for more of the family meeting.
I'm Zena Smith, the owner of Masters Plus Tutoring Program, and the family meeting will be right back.
Hey Chicago, are you always on the go? Take the new Shy 311 app with you to find the information that you need, submit non-emergency city service requests, and much more. Download the new Shy 311 app, built with Chicagoans for Chicagoans. That's Shy 311 on the App Store or Google Play, or check it out online at 311.chicago.gov. Stay informed with Shy 311. It's your gateway to Chicago services.
This is Richard Chu, owner of First Capital Insurance Group, and my message is do what is doable. We each have a different measure of financial success. My mission is to help you define your financial goals in light of a realistic budget and time horizon. I want you to have a great year and a great life, but we have to keep it real. Is your retirement plan giving you the protection, interest rate, and cash you'll need in retirement? If you've had issues with your 401k, IRA, or other financial programs, give us a call. We have proven solutions and we can help. My direct number is 312-243-3907. Let's talk soon. Or visit my website, firstcig.com. That's the number 1, stcig.com.
A single K plan is a 401k plan designed especially for business owners and immediate family, regardless if they are incorporated or not. Single Ks offer both employer and employee contributions and in many cases have no setup fee or annual plan administrative charges. Single Ks are simple to administer with no government reporting required. Most importantly, this plan allows employees to access their savings via hardship withdrawals or loans. Visit our website at polarisadvice.com or call us about your business or organization's retirement plan at 312-951-2606 or email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. Polaris provides empowering advice for everyone.
Securities offered through Lion Street Financial LLC, member FINRA, and SIPC Investment Advisor Services offered through Lion Street Advisors LLC, registered investment advisors. Polaris Wealth Management and Lion Street Financial are not affiliated.
Hey, Al, you ready? Let's do it. Yeah.
Hey Chicago, this is motivational speaker and author William A. Edie II, author of the book Listen If You Want to Succeed. Welcome back to the family meeting.
Yeah, y'all. The number is 773-763-9278. In the we're on the Indigenous Peoples Eve Day. Did I say that right? I'm trying to make up a word for that. Indigenous.
That's close enough.
Indigenous Day, Indigenous Peoples Day Eve. Right. That's another thing. Everybody's trying to change the story about this murderous dude Columbus. They're having parades for him.
Yeah.
They started killing people as a result of him. Killing human beings. See, that's the thing. The only way you can allow that kind of stuff to happen, the stuff that's happening in Yemen and now with the Kurds and with the indigenous people, and you celebrate a murderer, the only way you can do that is if you do the people that he's murdering as non-human.
As non-human, yeah.
And they're burning books in schools now to take kids' minds away from truth about the U.S. history so that the kids can grow up thinking, oh, things just started yesterday. So...
No, or it's over now.
Or it's over now.
That's
it
in
never
the past.
happened before. That's in the past.
No,
yeah.
We're not having that. So listen, man, all that you're seeing happening right now, and you can watch Giuliani's people. Somebody got arrested with his people. I stopped paying attention to the details because it's all unsavory and distasteful.
Yeah.
I don't even, maybe that's me being wantonly ignorant. But we know these people are criminals.
Yeah,
we know they are, and they're getting locked up for it. Some of them are, at least. Everything that imbecile in the White House touches turns to garbage, hot garbage. We know that. But all this is happening. I'm speculating. I'll go there because of a pee-pee tape.
No, I mean, there's another.
He don't want you to see women peeing on him.
There's other issues
on video.
There's other things that have happened where he clearly that's the only game plan is to keep Putin at bay from releasing the PP tape.
That's it. It's got to be.
There's nothing. There's no other.
You could mix in there some financial dealings too, but I fully believe there's a PP tape.
Yeah,
and I do not want to see it.
And among other
thinking
things.
about it makes me a little nauseous.
I mean, if you just follow the actions of this administration, and I can't even go with the administration. I'm just going to go with the actions that he has done. That put the administration on the path of what they're doing. It's all being directed at the behest of one person, and you can
for the benefit of
the benefit of one person, and you can logically make that connection just by
it's not a leak
piecing it together.
Then you watch the news, wring their hands, and they don't understand why he's doing. Yeah, you do understand why he's doing this.
Yeah,
there's a PP tape,
and y'all don't want to say it. I mean, and that's the thing.
Well, that's salacious.
Listen,
We're not gonna,
listen.
It's unfounded and salacious.
I'm not trying to be funny here. I'm serious. There's a fundamental difference between the way we process information and the way others process information. I keep going back to what Paul Coates said. You can't read that book the way a white person would read that book because you're not going to really get the point and you're not going to understand it. You're right. Ta-Nehisi's book. Same thing with this information that's coming out now. We're processing it and disseminating it in a way, and they're processing it and disseminating it in a way. Just like when, what did Dave Chappelle call him? Juicy Smollett. When we heard that story, we were like, yeah, something just don't sound right.
We want to be in the corner for a brother,
but we want to go with you. We want to ride with you, but it just something ain't. Same thing with this.
I'm riding with
you.
So
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not interrupting. I'm riding with you on this.
Okay.
Growing up in our culture, grandma, auntie, older sister, cousin down the street, whoever it is, always had that sort of that look, they turn their head and look at you like, boy, you a damn fool. And you know what I'm talking about.
None of that make no sense.
And we have none of that make no sense.
None of that make no sense.
And we are breaking this down to a base level of communication within the black community, where black folks will say to you, you have got to be out your doggone mind. So when we look at this now as, quote, educated and evolved black folks, and we see folks on all the media outlets, to Eric's point, wringing their hands going, I can't understand. Why would he have done this? What's the political strategy? We're sitting there going,
no strategy.
There's no strategy.
It's a PP tape.
And you hoity-toities don't have the guts.
Yeah.
No matter if you're a professor at Northwestern University or a professor at Harvard or a professor at Stanford.
Wherever.
Come on.
Putin's the only person that he will not cross.
Putin is leaning back with his
and everything
feet
he does benefits Russia.
Feet up on the desk, Eric, with a cigar going, look at these damn fools.
He's handing out tariffs on every country in the world. Except Russia.
Except Russia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On countries that impact Russia, he's handing tariffs on.
Right. But he ain't crossing that line.
So now I hear he's sending troops to, Saudi Arabia?
Done did it.
To protect the oil fields?
Doubled it up.
Yeah.
Just in another pack.
So all you got to do is try to figure, okay, now how does that benefit Russia?
Yeah, it's easy.
Then you'll follow the path.
They want that pipeline.
Yeah,
right.
How can I keep this PP tape from coming out?
Right.
And then all of this, I so love Israel. I want to make sure Israel's all right. Israel really needs to be worried right now with everything that's going on, because I still
Israel ain't got no PP tape.
Right.
But just like
if I had a PP tape, I'd be good.
But just like how,
please,
just like everyone in that worked in the administration that's gone now thought that Trump had your back and he was going to take care of you.
Yeah.
You know, like all these other leaders of the countries that think Trump got your back and he gonna take care of you. He's the U.S. No,
trust that they get no love.
No,
you can't go nowhere with this dude because he's a member of a gang, and everybody gets shot whenever he's around.
Everybody,
yeah. And he's in a bulletproof, bomb-proof vehicle while you getting shot.
Or he can see it coming. He don't tell nobody.
But tell nobody. It's like, or he orchestrated it. Wait.
Yeah. I'm going to the bathroom right about now.
I'm misusing.
Order me a drink. I might be in there for a while.
He's a Pied Piper of, we're about to get messed up. I'm going to take y'all out for dinner, and then I'm going to head out a little bit early because they're going to blow up the building.
Right.
You know,
everything he touches turns to garbage.
Yep.
Everything. And y'all elected that imbecile to do this.
Yeah, they did.
Sure enough, did.
So then you're engaging in this craziness where Shep Smith quit Fox News this week because apparently he'd had enough. He's got a non-compete now, so there's a limited amount he can say. I get the feeling, based on the reports I've seen, that he's going to say something and go ahead and challenge the.
I got the feeling. I guess it's interesting, Eric, that your instincts had the same thought about that.
Yeah.
Because I said, you know what? You said this. I thought about you a couple times in this with regard to Shep Smith, because you know how when we've given you compliments and Tiffany for raising 3 great kids, and you said that's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah, undeserved compliments.
But the point is, you say often that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, so with Shep Smith, I kind of gave him a little bit of your favor. People were like, well, he's going to be leaving. How's this going to impact Fox? And da-da-da-da. And I just sat back and I thought, Shep Smith did what he was supposed to do. He, as best he could, he had a voice, and he would say his truth as a gay white man on a hard right Republican network. He said his truth as best he could. I don't think he's going to walk away from that now that he's away from Fox. I think he's going to continue down that road.
You know what? And not only that, he almost has to do that. Because in my eyes, the little bit of credibility that I would have in my sleep gave Fox News for being somewhat, you understand what I'm saying?
Don't go too far on
It was because of Shepard Smith. That was the only reason.
That was all advertiser driven. They wanted to be able to say we can have some balance.
Yeah, but Shep kept it real. Shep kept it 100.
He did, and
sometimes.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going too far on that, because I know that that's why I kept saying,
because he rolled with them a long time
before he said, "Hey, wait a minute."
That's another. I mean, maybe he was the Patty Hearst syndrome, where he was trapped in there and couldn't get away. They were paying him a handsome fee to be there. So I'd hang around too. I think if I was getting 15
I'm all right with
Exactly.
the redemption. I'm all right with the person who says, "Damn, this is messed up, and I need to figure out a way to chip away at it." You know.
But he rode high on the hog with him for a good while
Sure
there.
enough.
So,
But
and
I think that was
he did
part
what
of
he
him
was supposed
coming
to do.
out
So,
too.
I don't think there's any congratulations due.
No.
To him for doing what you're supposed to do.
That's why I transferred a little bit of you into it.
Thank you. He's supposed to do that, partner.
Yep.
You can write a book now and release it in 3 years. Let me get my man Eduardo here. Eduardo, what's up, man?
Yeah, hello, everyone.
How you doing, man?
Good. Well, I'm glad you guys started talking about Turkey, because I think this is what's really going to undo him more than the impeachment process.
Why?
And
why, after all we've seen, why would this be the thing?
Well, because this is really testing. This is showing how intelligent or lack of intelligence he has, not only with domestic policy, with like immigration and foreign policy. And then he goes and does this speech last night where he says, well, yeah, I don't care what's going on overseas, because I'm starting to care more of what's happening in our border, unlike other presidents in the past.
He cared about that PP tape.
Yep.
That's all he cared about.
Yeah.
Well, forget that. I mean, Bill Clinton
I can't,
had a thing with Monica Lewinsky. I mean, it cuts both ways. It's not just
You know what?
Republican.
Y'all gonna stop bringing up Bill, because it ain't the same thing.
No,
Bill never lied. He said he didn't have sex with that woman. He didn't. Period.
He did lie. Yeah, he did lie.
What did he lie about?
He did lie. He said he didn't have sexual relations with that woman.
Yeah, he should have said sex, and it would have been not a lie.
Wait a minute.
But it doesn't matter.
Let's go there, man. Bill's out there bad too. Yeah. Well, Bill, I got you. Bill's out there bad too. He signed the 3 strikes law and all that other stuff. He's out there bad too. He's got his marks as well. I get that.
Well, according to Ellen, he's not so bad, but I think he is.
Well,
Tucker Carlson doesn't like George W. Bush.
I would say that he's not as big. He first off, Bill Clinton's a very, very smart man, so he made smart decisions.
I voted for him. Yeah.
This dude is an imbecile, a straight imbecile, no better than a seal or a walrus. It's the same difference.
Yeah, and when people try to make the comparison between Clinton and anybody else, let's say Bush or Trump in terms of Republican presidents, here's where I come back to. Bill Clinton did something stupid. He lied about it, and it got way out of hand. But he never, to our knowledge, and we had a whole bunch of exposure, he never did things to take down or give the illusion of taking down democracy or impacting it in a negative way. So people can say what they want to about him and Monica and the lie and this, that, and the other. He still stood for our democracy.
And these guys praise Ronald Reagan. He did that immigration thing in the middle of the 80s. If he was alive right now, I'm pretty sure he would be another Trumper.
No. You know what? People give Reagan too much credit. Reagan was a pig. He was a liar. He was, and he got away with.
And he's directly responsible for a lot of the stuff we've got going on today.
Most especially what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to defend his presidency, but if he were alive right now, he would not be accepting this thing with.
We don't know that, man.
Well, I would tend to agree with you only because.
I bet you $100 he wouldn't be.
There's no way to pay up on that bet, man. There's no way to win that bet
because he did.
You can't. That's a crazy bet, man. What are you doing? What are you drunk? What?
He was at Howard.
I think I need to get. Yeah.
Were you at Howard this weekend, man, with us? You were hiding in the saddles.
No. I would tend to agree with you, man, because a lot of those old cats, they don't like what's going on either, and they were a different kind of Republican. And as quiet as it's kept, this country needs a cogent Republican Party to create an equal and opposite argument. Right now, they're nothing like that.
Yeah.
I wish we had John Kasich, but we need help from both sides.
I think dude is on drugs, man. You see how he twitches when he's on television, man?
And he keeps sniffing and.
I think dude's on drugs, man. Somebody like him, maybe, but not him.
Well, Don Lemon likes him.
Yeah, I don't know why either, man. I don't like listening to him. I had to change whenever he comes on.
Don Lemon?
Yeah. Hey, man, thanks, man. Thank you,
Eduardo.
Have a good show. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
See
ya. He actually wanted to say that the Dems should be focusing more on the policies and the issues rather than being focused on Trump.
Well, I would agree with that, too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Let me get my man Aaron calling here. Aaron.
Aaron.
Yeah, Aaron. What's up, man?
What's up? How you guys doing?
Good, man.
Can you hear me pretty good?
Yeah, very good.
Okay, first of all, I want to say good afternoon to the gracious host. I believe I called your show once before in the past. It's been a while, though, but let me start off by saying this. Number one, I'm an independent. I do my own research. I make up my own mind. I don't subscribe to the Democratic or the Republican Party, and I say that for a reason. Now, I've heard you say that Trump was an imbecile. Hey, I'm not here to defend him. I think that all presidents that come to the stage with their own strengths and weaknesses. Mm-hmm. The business side, which is his wheelhouse, is his strength. You've made some points where you say that he hasn't done things for the country, but I actually disagree with you because the economy is doing very, very good. The unemployment. Let me finish, sir.
Thank you.
The unemployment rate is very low, and then the other thing which I give. Hello.
We're here. We're trying to sit quietly while you make your point, man.
Okay. The other thing which I give Trump big credit for is that he wanted to attack the quote-unquote swamp. Now, I don't know what you guys' definition of the swamp is, but to us who are the voters who saw what was happening in Washington, D.C., the swamp was continuous individuals who represented the House and the Senate decade upon decade, and they will never leave. And they don't want that spotlight on them. And if you notice, a lot of the debate in the media are coming from folks who are part of that swamp. Now, let's face it. Presidents have term limits. He'll be gone, and someone else will come up, and they'll have their own agendas, their own issues, and everything. But if you think, if anyone thinks that they're solving the problem by just talking garbage about Trump and saying that he's the problem, what happens when the next leader comes in? What have you solved if you still have the same individuals from California, from New York, from D.C., from Ohio, from Iowa? If these guys are still there 10, 20, 30 years, then you have not solved the problem. So let's be careful when we say that he hasn't accomplished anything. I'm not saying he's perfect, because he's not. He's made mistakes. But Obama made mistakes. Clinton made mistakes. Bush made mistakes. They all make mistakes.
Well, let me make sure that I respond to your discussion about his successes. First off, I hope your research tells you that he's successful to the extent that he hasn't messed up what Obama did.
Okay, so you want to piggyback and say that that's something that Obama accomplished, and that he's trying to
if you've done the research, then all the trend lines show you that this is a continuation of what Obama did.
Well,
it's nothing different, except for the fact that he now is giving you a huge deficit to have to deal with.
That's actually, I actually disagree with that. And now,
you can't though. But you can't. You can't disagree. No. Hold on, Aaron. No. I got the mic, partner,
and we let you talk.
I got the mic here. You can't disagree with facts. There's no disagreement there.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. So I knew you were going to say that, because that's what all of the liberal networks say.
No, dude, we're not doing that today, man. Dude, we're not. No, I'm not going to hold on. We're not doing that today. No, we talked about that. Actually, I can. I actually can do a couple of things. I can hang up on you too. I can do a lot of things.
Wait a minute. Wait, bro. Are you a respectful, educated HBCU student?
Oh, come on. No, he didn't.
Wait a minute. So this is the problem that I have with the liberal network.
No, dude, we don't do that here, man. Dude,
you can't do that.
Hey, Ron, we don't do that here, man. We don't do that here, man.
You're doing it now.
No. We don't talk about. We don't do. We don't do that here, man. Ideas are ideas,
and we don't argue facts.
Wherever they originate, left or right. Ideas are ideas. We ain't interested in which gang gave you the ideas.
But I made a response, and you said we're not going to do that. But that's what the liberal networks are saying. They don't want to give him credit for the accomplishments that
for not messing up what Obama did.
For not messing it up. What?
But wait a minute.
Can you point to any specific policy, Aaron?
We don't care.
Yeah, no. But I want him to get Aaron. Point to a specific policy of Trump's that he would be directly responsible for this economy that's going on now. Point to a specific policy of Trump's that he would be responsible for the unemployment rate. Point to a specific policy of Trump's. Go right ahead.
Okay, first of all, you have to. I'm a business owner.
No.
Just answer the question,
Just answer the question.
Because you're frustrating the hell out of me. Just answer the question.
You.
No, you're not.
What's
you're
the policy?
Wait. Answer the question.
Okay,
answer the question, bro.
No, what's the policy?
Answer the question.
Okay, so I'm a business owner. For me, as a business owner, I like to be able to have access to funds to whereas I can be able to invest in my company, to be able to hire new employments and do it R&D research. I can't do that if the government has access regulations and access taxes on me. The tax reduction that he did for companies, that helped me. It not only helped me, but it helped others like me. And I'm not saying that it's perfect, but it helped. You asked me to state something that he's done. I just told you. I can tell you another one.
That helped the economy, or that helped you?
I have another one for you.
That helped the economy, or that helped you?
What's the other one?
I have another one for you. I'm big on faith-based. I do not believe that is the role and responsibility for the state to interfere with any faith-based organization and tell them who and what they should believe and how they should run their service. Trump set up a measure to where the government has to come out of that because they were going too far. And if they didn't say the narrative that they wanted them to say to their parishioners with regards to same-sex marriage or whatever, then they would lose their tax incentives that they were getting.
Okay, so here's the deal, man.
These are things that, no matter what faith you are, these are things that I would look at and say, okay, these things help me.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, those. Yeah, but no. So because what you've done,
Aaron,
no,
Aaron,
I'm gonna tell you exactly what's going on, bro. What you've done, AA Ron, what you've done, AA Ron here.
It's Aaron, sir. It's Aaron.
Okay, AA Ron, what you've done here is you've now put a whole bunch of expenses on the credit card. You put a whole bunch of expenses on the credit card.
Thank you.
And it's going to bite you in the ass later.
Thank
so you
you.
got all your R&D now, but you were fiscally irresponsible in getting it.
Thank you.
What do you mean?
You allowed fiscal irresponsibility to give you the advantages that you have, and now you or your predecessors are going to get bit in the ass over what happened.
How do you do that?
Because of the deficit. The deficit that you don't think this AA Ron, the deficit, the deficit.
And I know. Hold on. I noticed how you're doing that because you're trying to be funny at the same time, and it's not working, my brother.
Well, there's people out there laughing. It's not you, my brother.
No, you're the joke. You're the one that's laughing. You're the joke.
I'm the joke.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, man, I'd rather be a joke than an imbecile, man. Why you support an imbecile, man?
Networks do the
Aaron.
same exact thing.
I don't know what you're talking about, bro. I don't know what you're talking about, man. The thing is I got the mic and I got the phones.
Check yourself, bro.
Aaron.
Check yourself, son.
Aaron.
I am checked, bro. Understand for a second, AA Ron. I'm checked, man.
Aaron.
I am checked, bro. I'm checked, man. You
I know
can.
your game, dude. I'm in the media myself.
Hey,
I know
hey,
it.
Okay,
Aaron.
all that may be true, man, but I still got the same motto. I'm indifferent, and all y'all can kick rocks. I'm still the same dude.
And you never
with
answered
that?
the question.
You didn't. Aaron.
Yeah, you never answered the question,
I did
Aaron.
ask the
And
question.
Eric was really nice to you, Aaron. So let's end this call because we got to go to break because we have music playing.
I'm sure you do. Thank you, sir.
My man, AA Ron.
He never answered the question.
No, he didn't.
He gave a whole bunch of talking
He
points
didn't give you
about
specific
what.
policy. He's talking about the tax cuts
Well,
and the reduction of regulations.
See, no
But that
Trump
didn't-
supporter can answer
That didn't really
question.
happen, and it happened on a credit card, and that comes back and bites you in the ass. All of a sudden, you got this big debt you got to deal with, and you got to pay it later. So now all your R&D
And
in
any
the future goes
smart
away.
business person knows you don't borrow money
Not like
for today. No, you just don't.
Yeah. All right, y'all. The number is 773-763-9278. Stay tuned for more of The Family Meeting.
Hi, I'm Vicki Miller Walton. Keep listening to The Family Meeting.
Mom, Dad, let's talk. It seems like only yesterday your parents were offering you advice, but now you could be in a position to help them. Do they have a plan? How would they handle a long-term care event? Are they prepared emotionally and financially for the future? Starting those conversations can be challenging. Call Polaris Insurance Agency and we'll send you the Let's Talk guide free of charge. Call 888-355-7154. Again, 888-355-7154.
The reason that it's important to advertise on The Family Meeting is that we have an economical way of reaching a great audience. One could say it's not cheap, but what we like to say is that it's an effective buy for a business or an individual who wants to reach a quality audience. The reason that it's important or a good place to advertise is that our cousins love to patronize. I'm Richard Chu, also known as Bad, the Black Asian dude with The Family Meeting. For more information on advertising on The Family Meeting, you can reach us at info@tfmradioshow.com. That's info@tfmradioshow.com. You can also contact us at area code 708-794-6444, 708-794-6444.
This is Steve Casey, the MacArthur Foundation. Welcome back to the Family Meeting.
Sorry, y'all. We
No.
Stop.
Stop.
Eric, we went over the break time here, and that's what happens sometimes.
You know
Joe,
that.
so
I kept my mouth shut on that one because Eric handled it. So, Eric, no apologies. I'm just going to say this about the previous caller. And it's the classic expose yourself without knowing you expose yourself. When someone starts off by saying, I don't support the Dems or I don't support the Republicans, I'm an independent. He was on the phone for 8 minutes, of which he spoke about 5 of those 8 minutes. And in those 5 minutes, he spoke solely about one thing, how far up his head is up Trump's behind. Because he talked only about the things that...
Here's the thing, though, man. I don't want to talk about it.
No, I know, but
he's not here to...
It doesn't matter.
So I don't like doing that.
I know you don't, so all right, I'll shut up.
Yeah.
But you get my point.
Yeah, I got you. Let's get my man...
so he's just calling himself a Republican.
Yeah, but no, it's not even that.
I don't like that whole gang thing.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
No, it's not.
He went there on the gang thing.
It's not even that. It's not even that. I don't care what side of the fence that people fall on politically. Personally, I just don't. What I want to talk about are the facts.
Right.
And
ideas.
Right. And if he had...
How do we go forward?
The facts that he pointed out personally benefited him.
Right. Those become anecdotal stories.
Exactly.
That don't speak to the larger
Those are individual,
numbers.
Isolated, single source examples that don't benefit anybody else but that person.
Yeah, and so...
Today.
Right.
And that's the problem. People live for today. Nobody's looking at what the long-term effect is of a policy that did this.
The thing that we know about the progressives and the conservatives so first off, nobody wants to pay a lot of taxes.
Nobody.
So any assertion that one party wants to pay a lot of taxes or wants to raise taxes and all that kind of thing, it's just not
It's crazy, and it's not true.
But if you're going to cut taxes, you do. So the tax code is supposed to be used to encourage economic growth. You use a scalpel, not a hatchet.
Bingo.
So if you're going to make tax cuts or you're going to give tax advantages, you give it to things that have a payoff that ultimately will produce tax revenue.
Bingo.
You don't just cut it across the board because all the segments of the economy don't benefit from that.
Nope.
So just because an anecdotal story doesn't work when you talk about that, it worked out well for me, so it's good for everybody.
Yeah.
That don't make no damn sense.
And that's the problem that I have with people saying, oh, this worked out good for me. And that's, Eric, you've said this before. When you're looking at it through that lens of I've personally benefited from them, but what did your personal benefit, how much harm?
How did you expand it?
Yeah, how much harm
That's a
did
fundamental
that cause to someone
misunderstanding
else?
of how the economy works when you look at the things in anecdotal stories like that. Fundamental misunderstanding, and they won't ever get it.
Ever get it. Ever.
Let me get my man Norton calling from Naperville. Norton, what's up, man?
Hey, yeah, I could say the same kind of thing. Living in Naperville, life's great, super duper. I didn't get the tax cut because the middle class really didn't get the tax cut. It was really for the rich, but corporations got tax cuts. And I suppose shareholder got more dividends. Everything's going great in Naperville. I could say that, but I'm driving through Wisconsin right now and I see weeds. I see all these farmers.
Exactly.
These farmers are going through
Exactly,
farmers
Norbert.
are going through a depression, and yet they still support this clown.
Norbert.
And I
yes.
Yeah, man.
You're hitting the nail right on the head.
Yeah, it is a fundamental misunderstanding of how the economy works. You can't look at anecdotal stories or stories about your neighbors, how they benefited from it. That's not how the economy works.
Yeah, it speaks more to the person than it does to the actual facts of the economy.
Yeah, and if the economy doesn't benefit everybody, and then only the few,
or is moving in a direction to benefit everybody.
Like, so if it benefits you, you're going to end up paying more taxes later because of the people it didn't benefit when they have to get welfare or food stamps.
It's a larger number of
It's just
people.
misunderstanding.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Norbert. It's your time, man.
Sorry, Norbert.
No problem. It's a great conversation. And with Saudi Arabia, I just can't believe how the media is not pushing this, not questioning why are we putting troops into Saudi Arabia. It doesn't make sense. He says he's pulling troops out of the Middle East to get us out of endless wars, and yet he's putting troops into Saudi Arabia more. And he's
Wait a minute, Norbert. Did you say you don't understand? Did you hear the first part of the show?
Pepe Le Pew.
There's a pee-pee tape, man. That's why.
I don't understand the media.
Pepe Le Pew.
Question this.
Well, yeah, the media, yeah. Well, that's because there's no longer really solid journalists.
And
in
they have a monetary benefit involvement here. So
yeah.
Al Qaeda is going to love this.
They already do. They saw it coming.
This is their holy land, and we're putting troops into their holy land.
Piss them off.
Yep.
And where does Al-Qaeda get their money? Al-Qaeda gets their money from Saudi Arabia. ISIS gets their money from Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we're support. It's like they're our pals now.
Yeah, we're paying for the enemy that's going to come. In other words, we're buying the bat that they're going to use to whoop us with.
Look, for all those people who hated on Hillary Clinton for whatever reason, she said it. Debate number 2, 2 minutes, 11 seconds. She laundry listed all the things that were going to happen if he got elected, and this is one of them.
There it is. Hey, Norbert, drive safe out there, man. Stay away from the weeds, man. They grow fast.
And tell your lovely wife we said hello.
All right, man. Be good.
Thanks.
You bet.
Thanks.
Man, Norbert, out there on the road. Wonder where he's headed, man.
Doing work. Norbert's doing work, y'all. Who's next?
Let me get Paul calling from Niles. Hey, Paul, what's up, man?
Hi, everybody.
How you doing?
Pretty good. Now, when Trump told Ukraine there would be no military aid from the U.S. unless they investigate corruption by the Bidens, Nancy Pelosi called for an impeachment inquiry. No articles of impeachment have been written or sent to the Senate for review and a vote, because it's not worth the effort to carry out the impeachment process, because, number one, he can be removed from office 1 year from now in the election, and number two, the Senate has a Republican majority with no inclination to turn their backs on him. However, putting the term impeachment next to the name Trump all over the media is a great idea because, number one, he'll hopefully lose voter support next November. Number two, his presidential legacy will be that much more tainted, which he so richly deserves. And number three, he'll hopefully be discouraged from telling other countries to dig up dirt on his political foes. In other words, Pelosi's, we're going to dig up more dirt on you if you try to get other countries to dig up dirt on your political enemies, is a brilliant idea, and I support it.
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
Thanks, Paul.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Sure thing. Bye-bye.
See ya. You know,
yes, sir.
Here's the thing that really kind of cracks me up. This ain't got nothing to do with us.
No, nothing at all.
You know, and you know what's funny? This weekend, I was standing around looking, going,
no, we still gonna have homecoming next year.
Yeah. Right.
We'll be all the same.
When people try to give a defense for the indefensible,
I know
it always has just messed me up.
Yeah, but I was telling Tiff's cousin last weekend, because she's watching the news incessantly and she's caught up in all the minutia and all that stuff. Like, Gigi, this ain't got nothing to do with you, man.
None.
You still go to work every day. It ain't got nothing to do with you. At the end of the day, the resources they're fighting about or the things they're fighting about, they don't impact you in a significant way.
Yeah.
If they were to win resources, if things went well, you're still going to be the last person to get resources. That's your fight.
Yeah, and somehow
that's it. Right
somehow
there.
Aaron thinks that
he moved to the front of the table. Wait, he went from the kitty table. Aaron thinks
now he get the big piece of chicken.
He get the big piece of chicken.
Aaron thinks he went from the small table to the big table.
Yeah.
He's still out in the field.
All right, y'all. We got to take a break, do some news. I see you guys. I see Dawn. Hey, Dawn's new, isn't she? Yeah. Hi, Dawn. We're going to get you next, girl. Steve Day. Is that Dave?
That's Dave. It's Dave from Sacramento.
Dave from Sacramento, California. Roosevelt, Marcus, Adrian, and then Tommy's waiting on us, y'all.
Oh, yeah.
Stay tuned for more of the family meeting.
Now all I can imagine is the night.
This is Sue Myers, founder of Indivisible South Suburban Chicago. Keep listening to the family meeting.
You do it when you do it. Slow the beat down. Chop it up, girl.
A basic and essential part of any financial plan is savings. Most of whatever cash you have will be there because you put it there, not necessarily because of some fancy investment. Now with Save and Plan, Polaris has introduced a way for you to get empowering financial advice. Save and Plan is simple. Just sign up to save on a systematic monthly basis directly from your account and gain access to a planner and our planning services. Once you sign up to save, Polaris will help you develop a customized financial plan and give you a real person to speak with. Your dedicated planner is just an email or phone call away. Save and Plan offers empowering advice for everyone. Visit us at polarisadvice.com and call us today at 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polarisadvice.com. Save and Plan, empowering advice for everyone.
Securities offered through Lion Street Financial LLC, member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisor services offered through Lion Street Advisors LLC, registered investment advisors. Polaris Wealth Management and Lion Street Financial are not affiliated.
The name of my business is Mrs. Indecent Exposure. We are an intimate aromatherapy, massage, bath, and body shop. We have the best aromatherapy, bath, and skincare products available. You can find us in Chicago and on the World Wide Web. We're located at 6916 West North Avenue in Chicago, 3 blocks east of Harlem Avenue, 773-417-3223. Mrs. Indecent Exposure, MRSNDEXPO.com.
This is Miss Lady B, La Boricua. Now it's time for the Family Meeting News.
I'm Teresa McDonald, and here are real news stories from real research that we are following here at the Family Meeting. Arrests of children have skyrocketed over the last decade, according to the latest statistics published by the FBI. Gone are the days of sending children to the principal's office for paddling. Now children as young as 6 are getting arrested in police state USA. The statistics compiled from 2013 to 2018 revealed more than 30,000 children under the age of 10 have been arrested, averaging more than 6,000 kids per year. Equally disturbing is students 10 to 12 years of age topped 266,000. That's crazy. In the past, students and children were disciplined with consequences such as timeout and paddling. As more and more schools replace handling things internally with external police state options like school resource officers, children are ending up with arrest records and their fingerprints stored in databases, often referred to as the school to prison pipeline. The principal players in the funneling of kids from school to jail are the school resource officers, and it's got parents at their wits' end. What may seem like routine policing or modern-day policing methods to some, others see as human rights violation, a slippery slope leading to a criminal life and a poor use of school resources. And now here's Richard with Choose Views, sponsored by Employco.
Thanks, Tressa. These are the Choose Views for October 13, 2019. Speaking up and speaking out is not a luxury. It's a requirement, y'all. This past week, lots of people have been running around with their hair on fire trying to figure out which Republican politician would speak out against 45. Well, it really doesn't matter because the conversation is not who did, but who did not speak out against 45. Not speaking out is not enough. If you are truly an American, right, left, or in the middle, you should be speaking out right now. I get asked by people all the time, too often in fact, hey Richard, are you afraid of people who they hear you on the family meeting, not wanting to do business with your company? And my answer is no, not at all. I don't really give a damn. We all have to take up the mantle and do the work to protect our democracy. This comes on the heels of me, a non-Howard graduate coming back from the HU homecoming in D.C. and seeing the strength of the African-American history in this country and knowing it is the shoulders of those great leaders that I stand on today and refuse to let them down by not speaking up and galvanizing others to do the same. And in the words of the late Malcolm X, by any means necessary. America, it's time to speak up and stand up. This has been your Choose Views for October 13th, 2019, brought to you by Employco.
Thank you, Richard. That was so on point. Visit our website, tfmradioshow.com. And for all of you that watch us live, please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for notifications, archived audio and video of the broadcast, as well as our music playlist. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at TFM Radio Show, and on Instagram, The Family Meeting. And please, family, don't forget to show me some love today. I love it. Email us, info@tfmradioshow.com. The news today is brought to you by Identity Guard. Each year, millions of Americans fall victim to identity theft. But you can protect yourself by visiting lookaftermyid.com to sign up for as little as $6 per month. That's lookaftermyid.com. Do it now. I'm Teresa McDonald. This has been your Family Meeting News. Eric, Richard, and myself will be right back with more of the Family Meeting.
This is Chicago's Progressive Talk, 820 AM, WCPT Willow Springs, and online at WCPT820.com, where facts matter.
You have a pain that won't cease, a health issue that's not getting better. It may be time you visited Health on Earth Wellness Centers. With over 20 years experience, 4 Chicagoland locations, and patients that range from 2 months old to 93, Health on Earth Wellness Centers are fully prepared to meet all your chiropractic needs. We have state-of-the-art facilities in Crestwood, Tinley Park, the South Loop, and Naperville. Don't let being healthy be your last resort. Make it your first choice. Make an appointment today at healthonearth.org. That's healthonearth.org.
Hey Chicago, it's time for you to make a difference in a child's life. AARP Foundation Corps is looking for volunteers to help kindergarten to 3rd graders read. You can do it. Here's how you can register. Call 877-926-8300. That's 877-926-8300. And reference AARP Foundation Experience Corps or visit www.aarp.org/eatchicago. It's time for you to help a child read.
This is Robert Orr. Welcome back to the Family Meeting.
Yeah, y'all. Welcome back, man.
Why did I have a dream about Robert?
Oh, did you?
I did. I dreamed he was at Howard. I was listening. I need
to get Rob out there.
I was just in my reminiscent moment. I was half asleep, and for whatever reason, Robert's face popped up in the video. Like it's like. Then I said to myself, he wasn't that.
I'm going to hit Robert up, see if he can come out and visit us one Sunday.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah, absolutely.
Please do.
You know, he got married, too.
Oh, he did?
Finally.
Yeah.
He don't have to travel back and forth to Detroit no more.
No.
Those miles.
It was like last month or so they got married, too.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Him and her.
Rob. Hey, man, congrats.
Yeah, my man Rob. All right, y'all. I want to just AA run and lit the lines up now. So.
Your AA rhyme. And I wasn't going to do that. I was just going to call him because I kept calling him Aaron. Hey. I just
Key and Peele, man.
What did I say? I feel bad for us. Y'all know where I'm going with this.
Mm-hmm.
When we drink the Kool-Aid. Because again, I've said it so many times. Supporting Trump is like roaches supporting Raid. A black person supporting Trump. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's get my man Dave calling from Sacramento, California. Dave, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing?
Good, man.
Hey, so thanks for taking my call.
Sure.
So here's the thing. There's a radio station in San Francisco. I'm sure I can't say the name, right? I can't say the name of the radio station.
I don't care. Go ahead.
KGO, News Talk 810 in San Francisco.
Okay.
All right. They do the same thing what you guys do, which is great. Conversation goes.
Wait, hold on a second, man. Nobody does what we do, partner. Don't nobody do what we do, man.
But you guys do it better. How's that?
That's good. Good answer.
So, but I'm just saying that I like it. Dialogue goes both ways. Conversation goes both ways. In other words, if the guy that was previous that gave you the question, you answered it. Now it's your turn to ask the question to him. So if he doesn't answer the question, just hang up on him. They give him just hang up on him. And if you don't like a show that tells the truth, like this show here, the one we're talking about, if you don't like the show that I listen to every Sunday, then you can change the channel. Just like everybody else, you can change the channel, just like Fox News. I don't watch Fox News because I changed the channel because I don't like the show. So, with that being said, as far as Donald Trump is concerned, you know, the guy's a mess. And I don't really, every single time when he's on TV, on CNN or MSNBC, you know, I just change the channel because the guy's so full of crap.
Nothing to see.
He's just
Nothing
so
to
full
see. Yeah, good point, man.
you know, so anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. You know, I just tell a lot of people who are callers, you know, it's great to come on the show, but you better make sure you answer the question that they give you. Because if you give the question to them and they answer it, then it's time for them to give you a question. You better answer it because otherwise, click, you're off the air. That's simple as that.
Dave's out there playing traffic guard.
We don't generally hang up on people, and I end up finding myself apologizing when I do because I don't like doing that to
You
people.
shouldn't have to.
I shouldn't have to, and I don't like doing it in general because I do search for a medium, but I'm not going to have you, you know, coming in here talking crazy. That's not going to happen. It's just like it wouldn't happen if we wasn't in front of microphones. It's not getting ready to happen.
Yeah.
No, I understand, but you better make sure you back it up when you call the show. You better make sure you back up your craft. If you can't back up your craft, then you should not be calling, period.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, go hide, right?
Right.
Go hide somewhere.
All right, Dave, man. Have a great week.
Tell them to go hide under a rock.
Right.
I'll see you later.
All right, Dave. Take care, man.
Yeah, that was why I said what I said, because when your stupidity is on display like that for everybody to see, that just bothers me.
Yeah, but that's the thing. People that don't know they don't know.
They've drank the Kool-Aid. They underneath
don't understand what they're talking about.
Dave's out
they
there.
thought they understood.
Wait, Dave's out there playing
I remember thinking
traffic
when I was a little boy living in Wisconsin, and I had the notion of state and country and earth kind of mixed up, but I was really young.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as I was concerned, Milwaukee
was
Earth.
Was Earth, exactly.
It's the whole place. Ain't no place else. Illinois is another planet. Well, I didn't understand perspective then.
Right.
You know, I didn't know what I didn't know. Eventually, I got a book and learned. Let me get my man Roosevelt here. Roosevelt, what's up, man?
How y'all doing today?
Good. Calm down. Don't go easy on AA Ron, man.
He said he had to call simply because.
Okay. All you people stole my thunder, including the last caller, and that's precisely what I was going to say. Trista, you were right, and that's exactly what I was yelling at the radio. What are the specific policies that this man has implemented in order to continue with this unemployment going down?
Mm-hmm. Couldn't answer it. Couldn't answer it.
I have a couple of theories. The people that call up not only this program and other programs, they call with an agenda. The agenda is to talk about what they specifically benefited, but they go around and around and around, and they don't come up with facts. And facts are the most important thing in a conversation. Now, what was interesting, Richard, is that he said that he did his investigating or whatever he
research.
Said. But research, that's the word. Yeah. So, but the question should have been, where did you get the research from?
Good question. Good question.
Yeah.
So that's important because he said he did his own research. Now, his own research should have told him that this president has had over 70, if I'm not mistaken, or close to 70 people that have worked for him, including the last guy that just what's his name, I can't think of the guy's name.
The Homeland Security guy?
The Homeland Security.
Acting.
He had 4 people. 4 people. Has any other president had anything? Now, when you work for a company or corporation, there's no continuity. There's no settling in. That's precisely what he wants. This is a continuation of.
Thank you, Roosevelt.
We're living.
Yep.
We're living The Apprentice, because he puts one person in and another person out. Now, remember the first year they said, well, there's plenty of people in there that'll keep him in line. He got rid of all these people.
Yeah.
He sure did.
That was the biggest joke of all. Oh, there's going to be people.
But that's how they was trying to sell it, Roosevelt. Sure. That's how they was trying to sell it.
Now, where are we at now? We have one personal lawyer that's in jail, Michael Cohen. We have another one that acts like a mafioso, like a mob, and he's doing things that he has no reason to do because he doesn't have a position in government. But yet he has the okay of Trump. Why? Because he doesn't trust anybody else. He trusts his inner circle. That's why Giuliani has thought that he had so much power. I cannot wait till this guy gets locked up. Because
see, that's the thing, man. That's the thing, Roosevelt. He won't get locked up.
You don't think so, huh?
No, hell no. Listen, you know how white dudes do, man. They don't get locked up. If they do, they just die. He's not going to get locked up.
Okay.
Everybody around him might get locked up, like Nixon. Nixon never got locked up, but a bunch of people around him got locked up.
Yep.
Right. But where are we at now, guys? I mean, we're dealing with a guy that is immature. He's like an 8-year-old kid. What does he do? And that's another thing. The callers that call up, they use the same strategy that Trump does. If nothing else works, you get personal, or you use that L word, liberal. You use the L word.
First place they go is that gang warfare. That's all they go.
Richard, that's a tactic to derail you. That is done with a purpose.
Well, that's why Eric always cautions us to get into the gang warfare conversation and pointing fingers at the other quote unquote gang because
we like ideas. We don't like gangs.
Yeah, it's a circular conversation.
Yeah. Hey man, we got to bounce though, man. We appreciate you, man.
Thanks, Roosevelt. Have a great week.
Right. Yeah. Let me see what's on Dawn's mind here. Hey Dawn, how are we?
I'm good. How are you?
I said, how are we? Are we good?
We are always good.
That's what I'm talking about.
We will be better, hopefully, next year, 2020.
I hope we are.
Better.
I hope we are.
We're going to be much better.
Yeah.
But I wanted to respond to Aaron. And there was so much there to unpack, I don't even know where to begin. But first of all, I totally agree. Trump is on the coattails of President Obama.
Yes.
There's no doubt about it.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, we do have a low unemployment rate, but the thing that you also have to look at is what do the wages look like? And they're stagnant. They're horrible.
Mm-hmm.
We had better wages for the amount of worth of dollar back in 1968 than we do now. And all he did for the tax the new tax breaks that he gave was he gave the 1% a huge, and us, well, we're SOL.
Yep.
I mean, I can't.
Yeah, because we got to foot the bill for that debt.
He did not do, the mortgage, that you could write off, all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
But he certainly gave them enough money so they can buy back their stock, and make the stock market inflate.
Oh, and don't forget Aaron. Aaron got a loan now.
So we're in not such great shape. I think it's a lot of false premise as far as the economy goes. He did say one thing that I will agree with, and that is getting rid of Trump is not going to solve the problem.
That's right.
We've got about 100 people that are propping this so-called, demi-dictator. Mitch McConnell is dangerous, if not maybe even more dangerous than Trump.
Yep.
He is not putting through any good legislation, but he is packing our courts, which means that he is, destroying 1/3 of the institutions that make this three-legged stool sit up. And by packing those courts and putting in people that are lifetime appointees, for decades, for generations, we don't have a good, judicial system.
Yeah.
The
base is all off.
That's why I try to avoid talking about that imbecile here because I think he's minimally important in the scheme of things.
Well, he is. It's almost as though he's a puppet. But make no mistake, whatever he does, the policies he implements is for one thing, one person only, and that's him. He does not do anything unless it reflects on him or benefits what he thinks will benefit him.
Or keeps that pee-pee tape from coming out, too.
The country as a whole. Otherwise, he wouldn't be destroying the EPA. He wouldn't be destroying education. He put in, for the Secretary of Labor, he put in somebody who obviously wants to destroy the Department of Labor.
And unions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where is it good to dump coal ash in the rivers?
No place.
Well, it's good for
It's good for Trump.
people who own all of the coal
Exactly.
manufacturing.
And now they don't
They're
have to pay to
happy
dispose of
because
it properly.
They gave him a lot of money to put him in office.
Yeah.
He is the swamp creature as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you, Dawn.
Yeah, and the
By
big
getting rid, but he's not the only one. If you have
True.
one crazy person out in the middle of the street talking crazy, then everyone's like, oh, he's crazy. He's got many people that are holding him up. And that is what we need to really decide. How are we going to get to the core of the corruption of this government and start making it work truly for the people?
I got an answer for you. I got an answer for you, Dawn.
In office.
Dawn, I got an answer for you. Elect a woman. Elect a woman to president.
Mm-hmm.
They are elected to be in office, not so they can just be reelected, but they're supposed to be representing their constituents back home. And it feels like
Hey, Dawn, where are you, Dawn?
is care about being reelected or the power of their own party.
Dawn.
And they disregard
Hey, Dawn. Where are you now? I hear people in the background talking.
Oh, that's my daughter.
Hey.
I have a daughter who is autistic.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Lindsay.
And she's just giving me some love right now.
There you go.
There you go.
Get some love back to her from us.
Yeah, the family meeting is giving some love right back.
Yeah, what's her name?
Lindsay.
She's just love.
Okay.
She's all around love.
Dawn, I appreciate it. We got to get a break here, Dawn. I appreciate it.
Had to respond. Oh, and the other thing.
Wait, Dawn, I gotta hit a break. We're up against the break now. We gotta take a break.
That's a break?
Yeah,
we gotta take a break.
I just want to respond real fast that Aaron mentioned about the church. And the church gets their taxes exempt status because they're preaching about God. When they start preaching about politics up at the pulpit, they lose that tax exempt status.
As they should.
They're supposed to.
As they should.
Okay, so he's got to be reminded that that is how it works. As far as that's concerned, they can preach up at the pulpit, but then they don't get the tax exempt.
That's right. All you want. Do it all
They
you
need
want.
to decide which way they're going to go.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right,
Hey,
Dawn.
Dawn.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it, guys,
for
Dawn.
calling in.
Please
Yeah.
call again.
All right.
Thank you, guys. Have a great afternoon.
You too.
You too. Oh, Dawn.
That's what's
That's
up.
Dawn.
Yeah.
Dawn and Lindsay.
All right, y'all. Stay tuned for more of the family meeting.
Is the big one. The marathon, not your average 50-yard dash of funk. The Olympics, cross-country style.
My name is Sharon Cooper, and I am the sister of Sandra Bland. I am a Chicagoland business professional working in the professional services. Keep listening to the family meeting.
Come face to face with a mouth named Jaws. Freak out with a mermaid named Rita.
Make a smart financial move for retirement. Make your retirement money into an IRA. Schedule income. Support your dream. Explore investment options. Gain full control over your money. Give the money a chance for additional tax-deferred growth. How do you start? Call Polaris Wealth Management, the resource for IRA rollovers. Call 312-951-2606 or email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. Polaris Wealth Management is the resource for IRA rollovers. That's 312-951-2606 or email us at polaris@polarisadvice.com. We help new retirees plan to protect their money. Securities offered through Line Street Financial LLC. Member FINRA and SIPC. Investment advisory services offered through Line Street Advisors LLC. Polaris Wealth Management and Line Street are not affiliated.
Is your child prepared for the school year? Getting started early means a better chance of getting ahead. Masters Plus Tutoring in Homewood is the program that works. No matter what your child needs to prepare for the coming academic year, better study habits, organizational skills, or time management, Masters Plus can help. In fact, they tutor students in all subjects from kindergarten through college. Perhaps ACT, SAT, or Catholic high school prep are in order. Just visit mptutors.com and request a consultation. All sessions are taught by certified instructors in a private one-to-one setting to ensure each student receives individualized instruction. Whether your child is at a basic level or reaching for advanced placement, Masters Plus Tutoring can help. Call 708-798-8400 or visit them on the web at mptutors.com. Mention WCPT and you'll receive a $25 tuition credit with a purchase of 4 hours or more. That's mptutors.com.
You're taking me to places I've never been before.
I'm Raquel Gibson from the law offices of Raquel Gibson, and welcome back to the family meeting.
Yeah, y'all. So, I should get to the phones, man. That's what I need to do.
Go. We support your decision.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Let me see who's first. Let me get Marcus. Marcus, what's up, man?
Hey, good afternoon or good evening. I didn't want to call in today, but with Aaron, I had to. Okay. He wants to talk about the accomplishments of Trump. Okay. Trump has exactly 2 legislative accomplishments since he's been in office. One was the massive tax cut that he gave to the 1%. The other was that mealy-mouthed criminal justice reform bill that got passed. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And it's mealy mouth too.
About unemployment has gone down so much under him. When Obama took office, the unemployment rate was at 10%.
Yep.
When he left office, it was at 4.7%. What is it now? 3.7%. So it's gone down
1%.
And but they'll tell you it's gone down 25%, which makes it sound more impressive.
Right.
And to me, their numbers are suspect because where are they getting their data from?
But even if they aren't,
that's true.
Let's just go with the fact that those are the real numbers. To Marcus's point.
He went on to talk about the stock market. Look it up. The stock market has actually slowed
its growth. Yeah, sure did.
And Marcus, to Eric's point so many times.
It's grown, but it's slowed. You're right.
Yeah, to Eric's point so many times, people mix the economy with the stock market's performance.
That's where I was going next. Thank you. The average person, the only way the stock market benefits you might be in your 401k. Stock market does not benefit the average American.
75% are not in the market. 75% of Americans are not in the market.
Thank you. I even made me lose my train of thought there. But
my bad, man. Relax, man. We good?
Yeah. My point is this, and I'm like the young lady there. Any black person that votes for a man or a party that is actively suppressing and trying to take away your vote is what I call SOS.
Thank you.
Stuck on stupid.
Stuck on stupid.
He had a voter commission office.
Yeah.
And panel that looked into illegal voting. They didn't come up with anything. They did come up with some voter suppression going on around the country. And they found that was all being done by who? Republicans.
State legislatures.
Yeah.
And another thing, I sent you guys a text. Someone spoke about, tried to make the comparison between Bill Clinton and
45.
Yeah, about the PP tape.
Yeah, one of the callers early in the first hour was trying to tie that together.
Yes, Bill was impeached, and he was impeached for sex act. But you all remember where the investigation started with him. That investigation was a land deal called Whitewater.
Yeah.
Back in Arkansas, that the Clintons lost money on. They couldn't find any wrongdoing on that. So for 4 years, they went on this fishing expedition. And what did they come up with? They came up that he lied about a consensual sex act between two adults that he lied about. That's what he was impeached on. He wasn't a national security threat.
Yep.
That's why I
like
said
45 is.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, Marcus, about him not. He may have done this and lied about it and, boxed himself in, but he never put himself above the sanctity of the country, the democracy, and frankly, the security of the rest of the world.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't do that.
Exactly.
And I'm not blowing
That's
smoke
my
up anybody's skirt on Clinton, but that's what he did not do.
He did not do that. Matter of fact, when he was going under the impeachment proceedings, what he did was put his nose to the grindstone and continued to get legislation passed. That not all of it I agreed with. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But he wasn't on going to rallies every week calling people
traitors and
misogynistic
this and
names
right.
and all of that foolishness. And that foolishness that he had at his rally the other day
Oh, my
in
God.
Minnesota,
That was just flat out. Yeah.
And for anyone to want their children
Mm-hmm.
to look up to someone like that,
Yeah.
that's what you want. That's what you want your child.
To aspire to be.
But here's the thing, Marcus, to Eric's point, since the day after the election, there are people, we've known this. Black folks we ain't stupid. We've known this forever.
They just
that is just who a big swath of this
but
country
we have
is.
some out there that are stupid, like Aaron. Sorry.
You mean AARON?
Aaron.
You know.
All right,
and they're not going away. Listen, here's the deal, man. They're not going away. So, the larger problem is not that imbecile in the White House. It's what we do about those people who still exist. I saw a news article about a group of white militia guys who wanted to run security for Trump. Okay, so then they got their little automatic weapons and stuff, and just trying to be ominous white dudes with tattoos and all that kind of stuff. As soon as that dude is out of office, those idiots are still going to be here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How are we going to deal with them?
Right.
Your neighbor, you have a neighbor right now, I'm willing to bet, that supports Trump. How you going to deal with him? You have a coworker now who supports Trump. How you going to work with his dumb ass?
Yep.
How you going to do that?
I got you. I hear you. And I'm glad Aaron did so well with things and he made money with
As
the
am
tax
I.
breaks and whatnot. But you know something? I've been working 36 years. And last year was the first time that my wife and I had to pay taxes to the federal government.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And you have companies like Amazon worth billions.
Didn't pay a dime.
Got a tax, didn't pay a dime or got a refund.
Yep.
I got a problem with that.
Me too.
Me too.
Me
Everybody should carry their own weight. So as soon as you say something like that, they think that you want the rich to pay taxes and you not have to. But that's not what we're saying. We're saying everybody should pay, including me.
Equal justice when it comes to the economy.
What they're doing to pay for these tax cuts for the rich is they want to cut Social Security, which the government doesn't pay a dime into.
Right, it's a pension plan.
They want to cut. Yeah,
They want to raid the piggy
Medicare.
banks. They want that money.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Hey, Marcus, I got to bounce,
they
man.
want to cut Medicare and Medicaid and the SNAP program, which those SNAP benefits go directly back into the economy.
Yeah, go right to the grocery
Right
stores.
to the grocery stores,
Yeah.
yep.
Right to the grocery store.
Yeah.
But those are the programs that they want to cut to pay for these tax cuts that they gave to the 1% corporation.
Hey, Marcus, don't sit by the phone no more and not call, man. I got to bounce here, man.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marcus.
All right. Take care.
All right. Aaron got a loan, but the Treasury done borrowed $1 trillion to pay for them tax cuts.
Right. Let's get Steve in here. See what's on Steve's mind. Steve, what's up, man?
Hey, how you doing, folks? I enjoy the program, but
Thank
I got to tell you, so many things he said I disagree with. You all don't even have time to hear it, but I do want to make one point.
Yeah.
Why is it that every 20 years or so, we get somebody coming down the road saying, we need to cut taxes on the rich and we need to cut regulations? We heard that from Reagan. We hear that from Trump and others. There's just one flaw in that argument. There was a gentleman named David Stockman, and he was an economic advisor for Reagan.
Yep.
And he said, and he got his butt fired because he said, trickle down Reaganomics, it doesn't work.
Don't work.
It hasn't worked, and it never will work.
Sure
And he
did.
got fired. And now, fast forward, let's cut the regulations on the wealthy. Let's cut taxes on the wealthy. And let's see if a few crumbs fall off the table for poor people. Let's just see. How many more times do we have to hear this?
Yeah, good point,
See,
Steve.
here's the thing, Steve. That's the Democrats' fault. After having seen this for the better part of 40 years,
messaging,
and you still somehow allow a Republican to be elected, to be president, to do that again, that's because the Democrats aren't inspiring people or getting voters out or organizing the right way to make sure people understand you don't want that no more.
Yeah,
And in 20 years from now, we'll have another Republican coming down the road.
But the one thing that
doing that garbage just to win an election.
That's the Democrats'
To win an
fault.
election.
We need to hold the Democrats accountable for, or not even just the Democrats, people who run against that, either Republican or Democrat.
need to identify
We need
that
support
and
them.
point that out. I agree with it 1,000%.
Here's
And
my last point. Thanks for letting me get on.
Sure.
After World War I and after World War II, we had resettlement and re-education camps where you could send people.
Yep.
Can we take a collection and send Aaron to a re-education camp?
it's a waste of money, man.
So he can, because I agree with, I think it was Eric or maybe Teresa said, the problem isn't the folks in the White House. The problem is there are black people out here who are drinking the Kool-Aid.
Drinking the Kool-Aid.
That's what's hurting us.
Yep. And guess what, Steve?
I appreciate it, man. Thanks,
Steve,
Steve.
keep your blood pressure
Yeah.
down, man.
You have a great show.
Thanks, man.
I've said this also. Black people decide every single election in this country.
Like
they're not
women
trying-
specifically.
They're not
Women specifically.
Because
Yep.
the powers that be, quote, are not trying to stop white women, white men,
They trying to stop
they're-
us.
They're only trying to drive that wedge. And I just listened to a conversation about the state legislature in Virginia
Mhm.
and in North Carolina and all the monkey business that's going on there to keep the state legislatures from turning back in a purple direction, if nothing else, but certainly in a blue direction. I want to chime in on something that Steve just said about and Eric, what you just said, that it's the Democrats' fault. It is. Going forward, the messaging has got to change. It's not just having an inspiring candidate, because that's a moving thing. That person becomes, if they're not out of the gate inspiring, their
messaging develops, they become inspiring.
They become inspiring because there are only going to be in our lifetimes a few Barack Obamas that came out of the gate inspiring. Okay, that's not going to be. It's a dream, but it's not the person that isn't going to happen all the time. The person is going to evolve into being more inspiring, and the messaging is part of the way that they get there. I also have to say this as it relates to the delivery of the message. Things changed. If we go back to the mid to late 70s, and we look at Reagan's ascension, and we look at the Bush 1 years, and then we get into how the media changed, ownership of media changed, communication laws changed in the late 80s. As much as we can put this at the doorstep of Democrats for not having that more inspiring candidates, plural, the media's part of this is significant, because if you look at the ownership or leadership of the top 5 media outlets, those people are not the people that we see on the air. Their decision making is based on how much more money can we bring in, and the money that's coming in is coming from Republican-owned companies. Mm-hmm. That's where I get really nerdy and in the weeds and do that kind of research, because then I say, okay, they have no incentive of letting the message of the Democrat
come through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but there's enough opinion shows out here now where I think the conversation goes on long enough, it comes out. Mm-hmm. I think that to the degree that your message has some sensationalism, it gets there.
No,
there's no sensationalism.
I hear you.
There needs to be a constant bell ringing about the lack of credibility in trickle-down economics.
The first thing out of their mouth should be, this is what it is, rather than waiting till
because wait a minute, Republicans do it all the time, taxing Democrats.
Yeah.
Yeah. Democrats don't have an equal and opposite
it
response.
Should be corrupt Republicans.
Trickle-down economics should be the buzzword that you attach to people.
Yeah,
but this is where I go back to, and I hear both of you guys. I respect both of you guys' thoughts on this.
Here we go. When she said, I respect you.
I do. This is where I go back to personal responsibility.
Yeah, but that's anecdotal again, though.
It's not anecdotal.
It is.
If a human being...
You have to be inspired.
No, you to think.
To have personal responsibility.
Did anybody have to inspire you to have personal responsibility?
I'm different.
Well, but this is one of those, neither of you are wrong or more right than the other, because we all have a person or persons in our life that have been inspiring to us. At the same time, we all have a personal responsibility to run with that. So
because just like Eric said,
Precious Jewel inspired you to clean your room.
No.
Otherwise,
there was no inspiration.
Otherwise, she's going to take that ass.
Yeah, well,
that's inspiration. Thank you. So to that point, to Eric's point, this is where the Democrats dropped the ball. Democrats are not willing to walk in like Eric and I would be and knock over some tables before we start talking. Just walk in the damn door, knock the tables over, say, "Do I have your attention now? This is what we're going to get done." That's where they dropped the ball. I'm guaranteeing you, Tressa, that fear that if you didn't clean your room, Mama's gonna get in that ass.
Man,
that's the inspiration, and it varies in degrees, but everybody needs to have it. When we got on the plane today, the young man who got me to go to Howard, I'll tell you about him when we come back. The first thing he said before he started giving instructions to people is, "I have a man's wallet here." Mm-hmm. Everybody looked up.
Yep,
that's how you get their attention.
There it is.
Democrats don't do that.
They don't do that enough. They get caught into that meal.
Or the Republicans, who we think are reasonable, don't do that either.
Right.
They cater to the crazies.
Yeah.
They shouldn't do that.
No.
All right, so we'll come back in a minute, Joe. Stay tuned for more of the Family Meeting.
You're right here by my side. I gotta know that you're okay. I think about you way too much.
This is Rodney Harrington. Keep listening to the Family Meeting.
The name of my business is Mrs. Indecent Exposure. We are an intimate aromatherapy, massage, bath, and body shop. We have the best aromatherapy, bath, and skincare products available. You can find us in Chicago and on the World Wide Web. We're located at 6916 West North Avenue in Chicago, 3 blocks east of Harlem Avenue. 773-417-3223. Mrs. Indecent Exposure, MRSNDEXPO.com.
A 2016 study estimates that 13.1 million Americans were victims of identity theft that year. Fight back against identity theft by signing up for Identity Guard. Identity Guard monitors your credit and identity information with alerts that can help you respond quickly if certain changes indicating fraudulent activity are detected, as well as help protect your computer from viruses, keylogging, and other serious threats. Plus, with Identity Guard's dynamic credit management resources and tools, you will have helpful information as you make better financial and credit decisions. Identity Guard includes $1 million identity theft insurance and lost wallet protection, and more if you ever do become a victim. Protect your ID by visiting lookaftermyid.com. That's lookaftermyid.com to securely sign up for Identity Guard today.
Hi, my name is Natasha Hunter McGregor, and I listen to the Family Meeting.
Yeah, y'all. So
wait.
y'all missed it. Y'all missed the breaks.
They don't want to be housed and fed and
wait.
food.
The microphones are on now.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah. I was like, I gotta shut up.
See, that's the best part about this thing. We gotta figure out how to get a camera and microphone in here during the breaks, because y'all miss the swearing part of the conversation on the breaks.
Part of what it is there is psychological warfare.
So they're talking about inspiration or the lack, no need for it, personal responsibility and stuff.
Psychological warfare takes away a person's will. It's been proven, not just within our culture. It's a human experience. The psychological warfare. And we, as you said to me on a number of occasions, we've been under that trauma forever.
I get it. I get what you're saying. And so if that is the truth, then when we tap into that, because we are in a constant state, and I use this phrase, perpetual survival every single day. So when you need to clothe yourself, feed yourself, and house yourself, and you look around and you say, how do I do these things? Because I know I need these things. These are supposed to be basic.
You're underselling yourself. You're not giving yourself enough credit.
Okay. Is that what it is?
That's exactly what it is.
All right. Okay.
Exactly
Help me out after the show. Let's move on to the next
Let
caller.
me get my man Adrian. He's been holding a long time. Adrian.
Hey, family.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Well, it's Sunday and the family meeting is on, so you know what I'm doing.
Drinking.
Smoking some weed.
Oh, drunk ass Adrian.
You know it. It's Cinco de Mayo up in this piece.
Hey, man. Adrian, you gave us too many options, man. Come on, pick one.
We drinking Palomas. It's Cinco de Mayo in October up in
Oh, drunk ass Adrian. What
Know
kind
how
of
to
craziness you
make-
got on your mind today, man?
So I got a couple things, but let me get some housekeeping out of the way. First of all, my wife is making pasta today with neck bones.
Ooh.
Neck bone pasta. Hey, that is so incredibly black. That is so black, man.
You know what? The first time I had pasta with her and her mother, her mom's passed, rest her soul, they had pasta with neck bones. And I was like, wait a minute. This is neck bones from my childhood. What you doing eating neck bones with pasta? So it was amazing, and it always has been. Her mom taught everything wonderful. So we having that tonight. She want to know if y'all want some one day, but we can handle that later.
Okay.
Now.
Tell her next time add some chitlins. Chitlin pasta?
Oh my God! Now see, that's from my childhood too, but I can't get down with chitlins.
Yeah, I can't either, but I'll look at them, but I ain't
can't
finna
get
eat
down
them.
with them.
You can't tell the difference
I
between
can't get
chitlins
down
and pasta anyway. They look the same.
No.
More for me.
Oh, don't say that.
More for me.
So my other piece of housekeeping is, Tressa, my wife wants she and I to come to your place and get our face washed.
Got to.
Aww.
Man, Adrian, I got my face washed on last past Monday, and I walked down the street and almost caused a traffic accident. It was glistening so good.
Hey, you gonna drag us?
Hey, man,
Can you coming there and getting our face washed?
Y'all got to do
I would
it, man.
love that.
You can't roll up in there drunk, man.
No, you gonna fall off the bed, man.
You know
And Tressa ain't gonna
what?
help
I'll tell
you.
you this: if it's not Sunday, there's a good chance I won't.
Chance.
Like I tell you, man, Adrian,
Okay.
Tressa put it down, dude.
Okay, what's your wife's name, man? What's your wife's name?
All right, let me handle. So I got an
Adrian.
anecdotal
Adrian.
story.
Hey,
Yes.
what's your wife's
Yes.
name?
Stella.
Stella.
That's right.
What's up, girl?
Now you see that right there. So we got that going on, and Adrian.
Oh my golly! Wow.
Oh, drunk ass
Two of the
Adrian and
most
Stella.
Popular yelled names on the planet.
Pretty
I
much.
love it. I
Pretty
love
much.
it.
Okay, man. Go ahead. Finish your housekeeping, man.
All right. So I have an anecdotal story of my own. And it goes to, now I've been drinking, so I'm about to be offensive. I'm going to tell you now.
Just
So
don't
this
curse.
goes to what everybody has been talking about is the conversation that you had with A.A. Hole. So, anyway.
Oh, man.
So the exact same thing that you guys try to do, which was have a civil conversation. I have a friend of mine. We worked together for years. And we have this technical bond over PCs and technology and whatever. But he's a Republican. So, I ain't going to hold that against him. But we get into it every now and then. I try not to because this week, we had this conversation where he said that Trump was doing good and they just trying to take him down. I'm like, dude, what good has he done? And he said to me, he's gotten rid of these regulations that job killing regulations. And I said, okay, so which regulations did he get rid of that are killing jobs? And he exploded in fury and said, I am not going to do this. You are not going to try to trap me and get me into some kind of trap. And I'm like, wait a minute. How am I putting you in a trap that you brought up?
Mm-hmm.
He don't know.
You don't know, Adrian.
So I was like, listen, dude, I'm not going to do this with you if this is what you're going to do. So that, it's just, so the thing that you guys try to do, okay, fine, you've made a statement. Now give me some information about why you're making that statement. And this is I just don't. I don't understand. Well, I do understand it. They drank the Kool-Aid. They believe certain things.
So let me ask you this, man.
And when you challenge their belief system, they are infuriated that you would challenge what they believe. And I was just asking, okay, what regulations did he get rid of that are killing jobs?
Because you're intellectually curious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was. So going back to AA,
Even when you're drunk.
These people that call in and take up your time, some of these people, they are paid trolls. They get paid for how long they keep you on the line.
Yeah, I heard that before.
Yeah.
Yes, and
we get emails from them and stuff all the time too.
Yeah, we should recognize that people that don't want to have a real, reasonable, intellectual conversation do not deserve our time.
There you go.
And that's a family.
I mean, to the extent, I think to the extent that we can put them on Front Street, I think it's worth people seeing. But once
because he got an 8-minute butt whooping.
When it swirls down into something that is useless, then they got to go.
Yes.
But I think I think because of the nature of how we run this broadcast, we every once in a while they'll peek in and they get their fingers chopped off.
There you go.
Because he tried to go personal.
We ain't trying to be nice like that.
They call your show and programs like your show, although nobody does it like you guys do. They call shows like your show because you are making a difference and they don't want that out on the airwaves. So they try to come in, disrupt, deflect, talk about everything except what you guys have said. This is the topic we're talking about. We're going to talk about it intelligently. They just come in and they got their points. They got to get it out there and get people thinking other garbage and nonsense than what is really real.
Adrian.
So,
we ain't never did nothing intelligent here, though.
I'm done for the day.
Wait, Adrian, I'm going to leave you with this.
Yes.
To answer your questions about why people think and do the things that they do. Cognitive dissonance.
That's
it. Period.
Hey man, go.
We love you, Adrian and Stella, and yes,
go get your face washed.
Come on, get your face washed.
She got a chisel just for you, man.
All right.
Thanks, you, Adrian.
Have a great week.
You know what?
What?
We've had a long weekend and day today, so let's see. What's on my man Tom's mind? Tom, what's up, baby?
Well, first of all, I'd like to let Adrian know that the police will be knocking on his door very shortly. There's no reasonable reason why a person should be that drunk and be allowed to be on the air. But nevertheless, I would like to revisit something. Hey, Tressa, remember when I called in there, Richard and Eric, and I told you at the election of Donald Trump, when all of the so-called mitigating circumstances came up about Russia and this and that and all the rest of it, that the fact that Orson Welles' War of the World, the fact that individuals could tell a lie and people would believe it would set us up for the reality in which we live right now. See, we wouldn't even have this mess with back and forth Republicans and Democrats if we only dealt with the facts. See, the facts of what really took place in 2016 is why we're here now, today, almost getting ready to go into the next election with the same nonsense. And the very fact of the matter is, how can you have a structural conversation with a liar? How can you have a structural conversation with an individual who knows they're lying before you figure out that they're lying because you already listening to them lie? Did any of that make sense, people? Can Tommy get anybody out there to recognize the things that make sense is facts? Just the facts. Dragnet, just the facts, ma'am. Just the facts. So what are the facts? You took a known bank robber and you put him in charge of all of the damn banks and you're wondering where the money went. He listen to the family meeting, cause hell, if I can't get you to recognize a crook when you see one, give me your money, give me your money. And for the record, you know what? I love people like Aaron because they really allow me to know how damn dumb can you be. Goodbye.
That's our weekly contribution to the community safety.
Yes,
Tom, thanks for that. Because if we don't let Tom get it out here, you'll see him on the street and you got a problem.
He'll be at your front
Okay,
door.
y'all, before we go,
real
I need
quick.
to talk about a Tatiana Jefferson. I that's just bothering me. This woman,
You mean the one the cop shot?
the one that the cops in Fort Worth, Texas shot. The neighbor calls, concern, front doors open, wellness check.
Mm-hmm.
How does a wellness check turn into
Murder.
That happened here in Bellwood, too. Remember the young man was having a mental health crisis?
Yeah.
And the cops came and they shot him
Yeah. And the
woman.
and the neighbor downstairs.
yes, I remember that.
Yeah. But she's in. I mean,
Bunch of
how many
Barney
times
Fifes.
have I done that? I'm going to be so honest with you. I've come home, or I've left the house and forgot something. When running back to the house, pulled up, threw the car in park, left the, whatever, ran into my house, left the front door wide open, went through my house searching for what I wanted to get, and then came back out. That could have been me.
I got a personal example. It happened to me and Ann. With the door, I came home and the door was open. I thought, why did Ann leave the garage door and the door to the garage? You guys are at our townhome open. I'm like, this is weird. So I thought before I go in, I better, check and see. So I yelled up, so Ann, you home? No, she didn't hear anything. I thought, well, maybe I should call 911. Maybe somebody broke in. What if on the reverse, it had been me? Someone called on me because they saw the doors open. They're like, somebody's going into their house.
And saw you going in.
I mean,
exactly.
I worry about that with my son all the time, walking in his building.
Yeah.
That's but another black person got assassinated.
Threat? What was the perceived threat? Because that's the statement that the Fort Worth, Texas police put out.
You know the answer.
I like how they tried to say casually they saw a weapon in the house, but they couldn't go down the road. They showed those photographs of a weapon in the house.
Now, front door is open. Why are you walking around the perimeter of the house?
Or not checking, going,
why aren't
hello,
you at the front door
ma'am,
yelling, hey, hello?
Are you there? Anybody? Right.
Anybody in here? Why are you doing that? Why are you walking around the house?
Texas
and
police
then,
officers.
This is going to be another case of someone trying to tell us we didn't see or
what we
saw.
saw.
Which is why they're not
Exactly.
releasing the
Which is
entire
going to piss
tape.
everybody
Yep.
off. It's going to be
Yep.
marching and protesting and so on and so forth.
That girl was murdered.
Yes, she
Period.
was.
Let's watch that one closely. You know what I'll do? I got a friend down there who's in the media, Michelle McCallop.
Okay.
I'm going to
Yes,
call Michelle.
please.
She came on one time from New Orleans and they were talking about the storms. It was the shooting of that guy who got shot by the cop outside the liquor store.
Selling CDs. Yeah. I remember. Okay.
I'll see if Michelle is doing any reporting on that for us. So she'll come on.
Because this has got me.
Yeah.
I'm shook with this one.
Well, I read it. I was reading it today, and I just shook my head, and all I could say is, another black person gets assassinated in Texas by police officers doing nothing but being in their own residence.
This has the sniffings
living.
of the Laquan McDonald. They're trying to, like you said, you didn't see what you just thought you saw. Because on that tape, I watched it. They never identified themselves as police. It was, put your hands up, show me your hands. Pow.
Yeah. So let's watch that one closely because I'm sure that'll unfold on us. Let me real quick give a shout out to my man Rodney Gore. I'm sure he's not listening because I slept on the plane and didn't get a chance to talk to him. But Rodney is almost single-handedly responsible for me going to Howard University. I was visiting Columbia University and Temple University, took a trip to Howard from Philadelphia at the behest of my grandmother. She said, you always got to visit a black school when you're on these visits. And went down there. Rodney met me at the train station, took me to the dorm, took me to a Q party. Baby, it was over.
The same cues that was jumping around on the yard the whole time.
Sweating, getting all scratchy and stuff. So my man Rodney is a really good dude, lives in Vegas now. He works for Southwest Airlines. He was our flight attendant. Is that what they call him today?
Yeah, flight attendant.
Yeah.
Oh, we got to put
You know what?
they got to
that same story that your guy did, our flight attendant did the same thing. She got on the PA and she said, did anybody lose this? And everybody kind of turned and looked. She says, great. Now that I have your attention, she went into it. Yeah.
That's their technique.
That's the Democrat. That's what the Democrats need to start doing.
That's exactly right.
Walk in, knock over the tables. Now do I have your attention?
Yep. That's right, man. So listen, that's all the time we have today, man. I want to thank you for yours. We're going to go back to our recovery. Tune into the family meeting every Sunday at 4. where you'll find us doing any manner of stupid things.
All manners.
Yeah,
All manners.
with my man Tommy and everybody else.
Yep.
All right, we'll see y'all next week. Peace.
You got me open like a token, hot and smoking, jacuzzi, bubble bath,
The preceding
laugh,
program,
joke,
The Family Meeting, is sponsored by the Polaris Insurance Agency, Eric Grant, and to the extent of its guests, the views and opinions reflected do not necessarily express the views and opinions of Newsweb Radio Company or its management.
fine dude with some riches, you're lovable, huggable.